Well, we have been hearing some very dramatic stories of survivors being rescued more than 4 days after two earthquakes struck southern Turkey, 7.8 and 7.5 on the Richter scale. One of those stories is of a 1.5-year-old boy that was found in the city of Hatay, a city that has virtually completely been demolished by the earthquakes. And that was with him and his entire family. A 26-year-old man has also been found alive, and at least several other people. Now, we're in the city of Adana, where we've been for the past 4 days or so. It is one of the 10 cities that have been affected by the earthquake. And as you can see behind me, the rescue process is still ongoing. We're just going to give you a pan to show you the operation in a little bit more detail. Now, I am being told that this was a 12-story residential building that was affected by the second earthquake, the one that took place around lunchtime on Monday. You can see from the clearance operation remnants of personal belongings, items of clothing and other things belonging to people. We're being told that there are between 10 and 12 people still missing here. Now, around 24 buildings were completely collapsed in Adana, and a number of those sites have now been completely cleared. In other words, they have given up hope of finding any survivors. But still, the operation will continue. A 72-hour period where most survivors can be found has now passed, but rescue workers are now focusing their attention on clearing damaged buildings and dangerous infrastructure. Just to add, we also know that an aid convoy has arrived in Syria, 6 truckloads of aid in rebel-held northern Syria, which was also affected by the earthquake.
And Shamim, that is one 12-story building that you mentioned. I am curious, as you're in the area, how many of those buildings do they have to work through piece by piece to see if they can find any survivors or indeed anyone that they might need to pull out?
Well, they have to work through every single building. We understand in Adana, around 21 or so buildings were completely destroyed. It sounds terrible, which of course it is, but it is not the worst affected city. Cities like Hatay, which is a historic city, the entire center of the city is pretty much rubble now. There have been some drone footage that has come out, and they really make for shocking viewing. Now, the Turkish government has deployed more than 120,000 rescue personnel, along 12,000 tractors, crane, heavy goods, heavy materials to work through the debris. But as I said, the focus now has switched from one of a rescue operation, though not entirely. I stress that people are still being found, but from one to removing. You can see this crane removing some of these heavy portions of buildings, of walls that have collapsed. So the idea now, the emphasis now is to remove all of this out of harm's way. To add, 95 countries have rescue teams on the ground, as well as Turkish nationals. They're from countries from all over the world, including the UK, the Netherlands, Mexico. The US has sent a warship with humanitarian aid. So it has become an international effort.
One more question for you, Shamim. I know that you've said it's mainly a recovery effort because that 72-hour window has passed, but they are still finding people. Perhaps this is a little bit gruesome, but can they still hear people? Is there still any indication that there are survivors under these buildings? And I also understand that they are keeping you far enough back that it's not as if you could hear them, but the people that you're talking to, are they saying that they can hear people that they're trying to get to at this time?
Well, it would be the professional rescue workers that hear people. They have very sophisticated technology, very sophisticated equipment, telescopes that can bore through the debris and through the damage and through which they can talk. So that is what they're using. They can't really rely on the normal ear, although they do use that as well, and they have been certainly in the first day or two after the earthquake happened. But they have special equipment which can bore through the damage, where they can get a microscopic look at what's going on inside, and that is really what they use. But in terms of what people have been telling us, they haven't necessarily heard survivors, but pretty much everyone we speak to has a story to tell. It seems as though every other person we speak to is telling us that they have lost family members, that they have lost parents, children, some 5, 7, even more. This really is the scenario that we are facing here in southern Turkey. It is nothing short of a tragedy.
Certainly a tragedy of epic proportions. 21,000 people dead so far, and they continue to pull people from the rubble. That is Shamim Chowdhury, reporting live from Adana in southern Turkey. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.